Hello, my name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. In today's video, we're going to have a look at ways that you can increase your intuition. I'm going to do it with pick a crystal and channel the messages through. So you may be attracted to more than one group with this particular reading because there may be more than one way that you can increase your intuition. So in group 1, we've got pink Tourmaline. Group 2, we've got Celestite. In group 3, we've got the Apache Tear. So you can go ahead and choose your group and I will see you at your reading. The timestamps are below. Group 1, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal and channel through it. So we're getting some influences from other people which is actually stopping you from increasing your intuition. You may actually have a fairly good intuitive process already, but it's like when you're trying to tune into a radio station and there's a lot of static, and that static is other people. So what I'm seeing here is that there may be someone in your home environment or work environment or more than one person. You may be a very, very sensitive empath. So you're constantly picking up on other people's stuff. Your antennas are very, very highly tuned. So you pick up on a lot of things, but you're gathering it and holding it to yourself here. And that's stopping other things from coming in because you can only put so much into a full cup. It'll start overflowing, not in a good way, before long. So the advice here is to definitely get out and ground your energy, and you may actually have to get outside and dump energy into the earth, particularly after a work day or when there's been a lot of people in your own house. That may be every day for you, so you may have to do this twice a day, and really start to recognize your own energy, because what I'm feeling here is you are so sensitive, which can be a double-edged sword. It can be very, very positive in the way that you're very intuitive or you have great knowing or seeing or hearing or whatever it happens to be, but it also makes you very sensitive to other people's energies, and that's where the problem lies here. So get out in nature, ground yourself into Mother Earth every day, bare feet on the ground if it's not snowing or red hot, and just connect again with Mother Earth. And then you may even have to sit on the ground and get your hands on the ground too. Physically dump energy into the earth. Mother Earth will use it for other things. She'll transmute it and use that energy in other ways, but it's actually energy that you're picking up. You're like a psychic sponge. I can very much relate to this because this is what I do, and I'll tell you a little story. When I was a baby nurse, the very first year out of nursing, I would come home being absolutely wiped out, and at first I thought it was because I was learning new things, but I could see my colleagues who were at the same stage as me going out and having fun after work and doing this and doing that, and I absolutely had nothing left at the end of a work day. And I would also, back then we used to have 4 beds in a room, and I would walk into a room and the patients that I looked after previously would be there. Maybe I'd looked after them the day before or a couple of days before. And they would say, "Oh, we like it when you're here. We always feel good when you're here." Because what I was doing was actually like picking up all of their wounding, all of their psychic debris and taking it with me. So they felt better and I felt knackered. So I think that you're on the same train here with this. So nature is very, very soothing and healing for this. So even if the weather isn't great, get outside. You've got to get outside. If you work in an environment where there's a lot of fluorescent lighting and artificial things, it's a very stale, stagnant environment with windows that don't open and there's no fresh air, it's a must. You have to get outside. Maybe you can go in your lunch break, just to eat your lunch outside, because it is so soothing to you and it helps you release what isn't yours. The other thing you can do is clear your chakras daily, and you can find meditations online. I've just released one actually, a meditation with Archangel Raphael and Merlin, and just go through and clear your chakras every day. It doesn't have to take long, it could take 15 minutes. But doing that every single day will help you, first of all, stay clear within yourself so that you can run your life for you and not for everyone around you. And secondly, so that you can hear, see, smell, sense more of what Spirit is trying to give to you. I feel that your angel team and other enlightened beings are trying to talk to you, and sometimes you get that message and sometimes you don't. You might get half of the message and interpret it differently than what it is. And I feel that some of you might be a little anxious generally, and I have to say that for a lot of you it's not your anxiety, it's other people's. When people go out and they're vibrating at a level where they're fearful, they're anxious, they're scared, anything like that, if you're very sensitive and you're not protecting yourself, you would just suck it all up like a sponge and take it for them. It's a great gift to have, however, it's not to your betterment to constantly be doing that. If you work in a particular role where you are very soothing to people in a professional capacity, that's wonderful, but you need to be able to switch it off at times, because you will just get exhausted. And you may have already been through this where you're absolutely exhausted, and that doesn't help with your psychic ability either. I'm seeing crystals. Wear crystals when you go out, particularly black ones. Put them in your pockets or tuck them in some part of your clothing, because that will help, but they need to come out of your clothing at the end of the day and go outside, just to soak up some nature, because crystals need nature too, to cleanse and clear and recharge, a bit like us. They're highlighting sleep for me, so some of you may not be sleeping, and it may not be, once again, because of your energy, it may be everyone else's energy. When we're asleep at night, that's when we detox physically, but we're also detoxing spiritually and emotionally. That's why we have dreams. That's emotional clearing. So if you're not sleeping, you're not dreaming, or you're waking constantly, that is interrupting your intuitive capabilities. So what they're giving me is just good spiritual hygiene for you. You can imagine yourself before you step out of the door, before you even get out of the bed and face people in your household, maybe put a cloak of protection on, or you can imagine yourself encased in a black crystal like tourmaline or onyx, or something that helps with repelling negativity. But you need to remember to take it off again when you're back in your safe space and you feel like it's just your energy again. So you may actually even have to dedicate a room of your house that is just yours and other people don't enter, and clear it regularly, smudge your house as well, just to get rid of energies that aren't yours. I feel that maybe some of you are living with some very harsh energies, and you're getting that 24/7 if you're living it. So you might want to grid your room, your special room that you stay in, with crystals in each of the corners. You can choose, I do like to use pre-night for that, but I hear that it's not always available. So you can choose some clear quartz for that and put it in all the four corners and near the doorway, and just program the clear quartz to be protective and repel energy that's not yours. Okay, group 1. I think this is about looking after yourself on a spiritual level, and that will actually increase your intuition. Thanks for being with me today, and I will see you in my next video. Group 2, thanks for joining me. I'm just going to pick up your crystal and channel through it. Group 2, you've got quite a similar outcome to Group 1, so I don't know if you're attracted to that one, but some of it is outside interference that you're getting here. It's like you've got your antenna out, but someone's blocking the radio signals. So you just have to be careful. I feel like actually someone is deliberately trying to block your intuition here, and it may be that this is some darker spell work that people are doing, or it may be that someone in your surroundings doesn't believe in what you do or what you want to achieve spiritually, and so their energy is blocking it. But it's almost like it's being interfered with. For some of you, I feel that this is a deep, deep, deep ancient wound that's in your, I want to say DNA, but I feel like it's not just a family line here. It may be from at least one other past life where maybe you were persecuted for being intuitive or being psychic or being a seer or being an oracle. So you may have met a nasty end because of what you did, and that is interfering with your intuitive process. So if you know anyone that does past life regression or past life healings, you can investigate that as well. I feel that also there needs to be a bit more balance in your life. I feel that either you're super, super busy, or you're just not focused on your spirituality in the way that would enhance your communication with the divine. So perhaps you're being exposed, and I'm not saying this is you, but sometimes if in your environment, if someone is watching something that's very dark and heavy or talking about it, that brings your vibration down as well. So you may just need to do some shielding against that. Now, I'm getting the very clear picture of wearing crystals will help with this. If you don't already do that, just ensure that you're cleansing them every day and recharging them every day. So you might like to do that. There's so many ways you can do that, so have a look into that. But I feel that if you are wearing the same jewellery every day, you might need to shake it up a little bit, because there's only so much they can hold on to. And you might like to protect yourself from other people's energy too. But I feel that perhaps for most of you, regardless, is that you do need a little bit of spiritual work around this in relation to some wounds from other lives, because that is what's interfering. You may have some intuitive powers, maybe claircognizant, clairsentient, clairempathetic. It could be anything, clairaudient. But I feel that it's being dampened by an outside energy or another energy that is not necessarily positive, if you like. So it could either be a wound or someone deliberately interfering in this. So if you can think of someone that perhaps, for some of you it might have been a frenemy. It may have been a friend that you've had previously that doesn't want you to thrive in life, or it may be someone that you had a relationship with and they don't want the best for you in life. But I'm getting that it's almost like this person's thoughts, even though they themselves might not be spiritual or have any apparent spiritual gifts, they are still sending stuff your way. And I'm hearing that you need to say a prayer before you go to bed, because when you're opening up your upper chakras at night, or just when your conscious mind is down, that's when some of this energy is seeping in. I don't feel like it's a direct attack. I feel like it's seeping in. So this person might be going to sleep thinking of you. And it may be as simple as someone from childhood that you had a run-in with, or it may be someone that you didn't get along with in some way. And if you can think of the person immediately, maybe do the Hawaiian prayer. Now, I cannot say it. It's Hopan... No. I'm sure I've said that completely wrong. I apologise. But you can say that prayer, or you can say whatever makes you feel good. It can be, I'm safe and protected by my angels at all times. It might be something along those lines. But that will help protect you as well as the crystals. And then also leading a more balanced life. So you might be excessively working, and then the advice there is to just pull back a bit on work. Or you may be excessively giving to someone in your life, and it's sapping your energy. So pull back on that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. So it's more outside influences or past life wounding. That's what we're looking at here. That's all I have for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I'll see you in my next video. Group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up your crystal here and channel through it. Oh, I'm getting a lot of really, I want to say grounded energy, but not positive grounding. What is this? I feel like someone's dragging you down. Someone in your environment is dragging you down. So this is a bit of a theme throughout all 3 groups actually, but I feel there's one particular person. It may be someone that you're working with, it may be someone that you're in a relationship with, it may be someone you go to school with, it can be anyone, but you will know exactly who this person is because you feel it every single day. And I feel that you're looking for an escape, and you're wanting to liaise with your angel team or other enlightened beings to try and formulate a way to escape the situation. And what they're telling me is which comes first, the chicken or the egg. So let's have a look here. I think that's very cryptic and not helpful at all. Let's try and get something that's a bit more... I'm coming to the term grounded again. You may have to get out in nature and spend a bit more time on your own, I feel, and enjoying your own company, because it may have been some time before you've done that. So whatever situation you're in, alone time is very, very important here. And quality alone time is what I'm hearing. So no distractions. No phones, no TV, no music, just you outside with nature. And it doesn't have to be in the middle of a wood, it can be at your local park. But try and find a quiet space where you can contemplate, because this is the way that things are going to get in, and this is the way that you'll find your solution. You may also want to go and see someone who is a tarot card reader or a psychic, and they can help you find the solution. Someone else can talk through them. But because this is about you and ways to increase your intuition, I feel that trying to find a way out of whatever situation you're in is your top priority here, or at least trying to dampen down the effects that the other person is having on you. So even going to see a counsellor and talking through what you're facing at the moment can be really empowering as well. I feel that if this situation is in your own home, smudging every single day for a week with white sage, or it doesn't have to be white sage, but it can be sage or eucalyptus, and then using some positive sounds to put in there. So I'm thinking there's plenty of things on YouTube that you can find that have positive sounds, and playing that in the background, or even on your own phone, and just walking it around the house will really help lighten the energy if it's in your own home. If it's in a workspace, I feel that sometimes, and this is the message I'm getting for you in particular, sometimes the universe gives us a little bit of a nudge to move on and find something better for us. So if it's not just one person causing issues, but there's other things that are niggling about the workspace, you might want to think about, is this what I really want? And can I find something better elsewhere? And you might want to just go on and explore some things. But your angels, once you get in touch with them, will really help you with those sorts of practical things. I feel at the moment your energy is so pulled down generally that it's like, do you know those old trumpet ear things that, in the early 1900s people used to use if they were deaf? Like, I'm getting a vision of you holding one of those up and still not being able to hear spirit or what spirit's trying to say to you, because in between you and spirit is this big black mass of energy, which is someone else's energy, someone else's interference, and it seems to be just one person. So for some of you who work in an office, there may be an opportunity to actually work from home, which will be better for you if there's an issue in the office, because it would get you away from that other person. I'm getting the term of ghosting as well. I don't know if that literally means someone's ghosting you in your life, or whether there's ghosts. Let's have a look. It may be that this is someone from your past as well, maybe keeping an eye on what you're doing, but their energy is kind of, I would say, getting hooks into you. And this is quite a negative person. No matter what aspect of life it's in, it's someone who's quite negative, and they're dragging you down with that negativity. But I'm also hearing that this is sometimes a cycle of life, and often we need to use our own courage to get out of that cycle in whichever way we can. It may be that you need to leave the situation, or it may be that you need to confront the person. It may be that you need to seek help from a co-worker or a marriage counsellor or something. But there needs to be some action taken on your behalf to help the situation. And it may even be going to see someone like a tarot reader who can help you. Okay, group 3, that's all I have for you today. I hope that was helpful for you, and I'll see you in my next video.